Welcome to Solidage 2022. I am excited to showcase the latest release of Solidage 2022. Let's spend a few minutes bringing you up to date on Siemens Digital Industries strategy and the key role Solidage plays here. We know complexity is disrupting practically every industrial design and manufacturing organization. Complexity leads to increase in lead times, cost of inventory, cost of quality, rework, and ultimately innovation. What does any organization with complexity issues look like? How can we help our customers leverage this complexity as a competitive advantage? Dealing with complexity and leveraging it as a competitive advantage in the industry today requires complete business transformation. With the comprehensive digital twin at the center, managing the parallel life cycles of both the product and the production. Note that digital transformation journey is unique for every company. Regardless of the size or industry, every company has their own unique challenges. And our enabler and catalyst for successful transformation is called Accelerator. Solidage is a key part of the Siemens Accelerator portfolio and is focused on the requirements of small and medium-sized manufacturers. Solidage enables manufacturers to create a comprehensive digital twin of their products and includes solutions for mechanical design, electrical design, simulation, manufacturing, and publications. It also includes solutions for data management for all the technical data that is created and consumed when supporting the comprehensive digital twin. It facilitates collaboration both within the manufacturing companies and with external resources, including suppliers and customers. Solidage is the on-ramp to digital transformation. Now it's time to share with you some of the great functionality that's in Solidage 2022, engineered to grow your business. With this year's release of Solidage 2022, we continue to push the boundaries of product development, leveraging the comprehensive digital twin. With exciting new capabilities such as CAD Direct, Design Configurator, Point Cloud Visualization, Accelerator Share, Convergent Hybrid Modeling, and literally hundreds more. Solidage 2022 is our best release yet. Our portfolio of products now covers such a vast array of capabilities that it's very hard to find a single customer dataset that can showcase all new features. So this year we are using two distinct datasets. The first one you will see is from Fiamma. They are located in Portugal and they design and manufacture espresso coffee machines, which are sold worldwide. Our second dataset is from Bergner AG. Located in Switzerland, they design and manufacture customized automation solutions from the pharmaceutical, chemical, and food industries. So let's jump right in. First up is the mechanical design enhancements. We'll be showcasing a new capability called CAD Direct, where you can seamlessly integrate CAD geometry from other CAD systems directly into Solidage. Next, we'll take a look at Convergent hybrid modeling, leveraging the ability to work with BREP and mesh geometries in the same model without conversions. Let's take a look. Complex shapes are created even faster with the addition of great new enhancements in Solidage as shown here in our espresso machine. The new bridge command effortlessly connects edges or faces of subdivision cages and creates a lofted structure between them. A curve can also be used to help control the overall shape. To further refine the shape of the part and have it match the outward curve of the machine, we'll use the new Align to Curve command. Simply select the cage vertices, define the direction, and pick the curve. During this process, it's possible to manually define a spline curve or even use gestures by clicking and dragging to fluidly adjust the form as required. Split with offset is another option that greatly speeds up the process of adding detail to a face by offsetting it inwards. This allows us to push the resulting faces to create some cutouts for the rubber feet on the machine. Now we'll replace this handle with a new design that has been 3D scanned. This results in a mesh model that we'll import. We can visualize the mesh with the new View Facet Edge command. In this case, we'll clean it up a little by remeshing it. After automatically identifying the regions on the model, we can start sketching directly on the planar faces that have been recognized. As we add a series of cutouts in order to reduce the weight and improve the appearance of the part, notice that the resulting geometry isn't faceted. Solidage now seamlessly combines mesh and B-Rep geometry in the same body or part. Here some rounds have been added, so we'll add additional cutouts to reduce the material in this area. Once the cut is complete, we can get it patterned. Again, notice the resulting geometry isn't faceted. We are doing all of this on a mesh model without the need to fully reverse engineer it. Back in this assembly, we can swap out the old handle for a new design and see how it looks. We are missing a few mounting holes to finish the part. This can be easily solved by using the geometry of existing components to subtract the material directly from the mesh model. These new capabilities further enhance the ability to use mesh models in the design process. Using the component finder in the Solidage Pathfinder, we'll search the desired filter holder handle, which is designed as a family of assemblies. One version of the design is used for brewing a double espresso shot, and the second version is designed for a single espresso shot. Opening the drawing of the assembly, we'll use the new family of assemblies part list to place a table that details the parts used in each member. Moving on, dimensioning to virtual intersection of arcs or rounded edges has also been improved. We can now choose to display projection lines at the intersection points. Watermarks help convey important information about our drawing. We'll change the existing one so that it retrieves the document status from the drawing's property text. The new CAD Direct command enables the use of foreign parts and assemblies in Solidage without requiring any translation. The water boilers being added here were designed in NX. Once inserted into Solidage, they can be positioned just like any other assembly. Since we need two of these, we'll simply copy it into place and automatically constrain it. Unfortunately, the boilers don't quite fit our design. They need to sit a little bit lower. Going back to NX to fix the issue, we can make a change to the mounting bracket to make it longer and then save the assembly. Since Solidage continuously references the NX assembly, a simple update brings in the changes for us. Now for electrical routing applications, Solidage supports the display of bicolored wires, allowing us to change the display of this grounding wire to a yellow and green stripe. Various pattern types are supported, including single strip, helical, zebra, and dash. Let's talk about Keyshot, the best-in-class rendering solution. It also sees some impressive updates. Decals defined in Solidage may be automatically transferred, saving time and effort, which can be seen on the logos on these cups and digital screens. Let's do a quick recap. CAD Direct is a new built-in 3D design capability that improves productivity when working with geometry from popular CAD systems, providing seamless integration. You just insert files directly into a Solidage assembly. There's no translation required, and all files maintain associativity. Data is stored in the 3D design assembly file, preventing data duplication and allowing the inserted geometry to be used for downstream design work. Then the new hybrid model capabilities allow you to leverage B-Rep and mesh geometries in the same model without the need for conversion. This is truly unique thanks to Siemens synchronous technology capabilities. Removing the need to convert mesh or B-Rep geometry in order for them to work together reduces model development time. Other things you saw were enhancements to sub-D modeling, drafting, family of assembly tables, and decals being transferred to Keyshot, All great enhancements. First up is the point cloud that I wanted to discuss among the few new enhancements. With the point cloud data, you can visualize designs in the context of the real world environment. Then we look at large assembly modeling. Don't let complex assemblies slow you down. And then we'll take you through the new synchronous radiate capability. First up is a new preview mode for large assemblies. Assembly Preview Open allows users to reduce the amount of data loaded, allowing assemblies of any size to be opened within seconds for a quick review of the design. Users can manipulate the view, change view styles, hide and show parts, or even change the display configurations. Here we'll reduce the scope of what needs to load by showing just the main unit of this dosing machine before loading the assembly into edit mode. Another new time saver is the ability to rapidly add strengthening gussets, typically used in structural frames. So let's open up a structural frame here. A gusset may be placed simply by selecting the adjacent faces of appropriate parts. They can also be aligned to cylindrical faces. Users have full control over the placement, position, also including the angle. The gussets are also included in the bill of materials for the assembly. Continuing with the internal components theme introduced in the latest release, Solidage now provides the ability to create new internal components using new assembly modeling capabilities. Here we have a pneumatic cylinder assembly which has been imported as an internal component structure. An additional bracket is required, but as it's part of a purchased assembly, we'll model it as an internal component. Defining it as a sheet metal part, we can give it a name and material. Looking at the home ribbon, we can see that we have a full range of sketching and modeling tools at our disposal in the assembly modeling environment. As we go ahead and sketch the profile for sheet metal, a new context toolbar provides the most logical functions based on the type of object selected. This makes quick work of applying relationships and dimensions on the geometry. Dragging the sketch creates a contour flange where the length and thickness can be defined, followed by some corner breaks. Some additional holes will help assemble the bracket. These can be easily generated by referencing geometry from the surrounding physical and internal components. The Pathfinder provides access to the material to be amended, along with the gauge properties for the part if necessary. The list of features that have been modeled can also be seen. Once the internal component is complete, the relationship assistant makes light work of creating the correct assembly constraints. The operation of the dosing system can then be simulated even though the cylinder consists entirely of internal components. The new component finder speeds the process of locating parts. Simply enter the first letters of the name and the selective list displays the valid matches. A new synchronous radiate capability dramatically speeds the ability to edit cylindrical objects. Simply select the face that needs changing by using shortcuts to speed the process. As geometry is changed, design intent rules can be used to control the result. The depth of the pocket shown here needs to remain fixed. So the Move Faces option provides the flexibility to control this by retaining the original geometry. A new Assign Capture Fit command allows relationships to be predefined in common parts, enabling them to be automatically assembled. Here we can see the relationship group for this handle. Adding additional planar align will complete the group definition. Placing the handle into the assembly and then selecting both target components automatically assembles them. Placing another handle, the Identify Targets option visualizes the matching components, confirming the action assembles them at all 5 locations. For the fastener, there are a lot of matching locations, many of which are not required. The Toggle Component option allows a quick fence select to rapidly place remaining 16 instances. Solidage introduces the ability to reference point cloud scans in order to visualize a design in its intended environment. The command supports all common formats and full control over point density and size is available. The point cloud can easily be repositioned in relation to the Solidage model. The clipping planes can be used to focus on a required area of the design. Displaying the tank and piping that feed the dosing unit, we can see that its position isn't ideal and needs relocating. A quick positional edit will fix this. Let's see how we can do that. Measurements can even be made between the model and scan geometry to ensure correct clearances. Here we are changing the dimension. So let's walk through what you just saw. Here we have our new point cloud visualization for assemblies, which provides the confidence you need to position new equipment in a setting, especially useful when retrofitted factories or plants. Point clouds are the simplest form of 3D models, basically collections of individual points plotted in a 3D space. They are created by scanning an object or structure, typically using a laser scanner. Our solution provides the ability to visualize extremely large, full color clouds and supports various file formats, including two Autodesk formats. This capability can provide confidence in the decision of where to position new design equipment and is available with our premium subscriptions. We have been investing quite a bit in large assembly modeling performance, and it shows. For the third straight year, we have achieved orders of magnitude performance improvement. And it was pretty fast before, but now our new capabilities make it even faster. The new assembly preview allows you to enter a preview mode in order to reduce the amount of data that is loaded. You can view, rotate, pan, and even change the configurations prior to loading the full assembly. We also have a new multi-body assembly modeling mode that creates and edits components within a file. Internal components live within the assembly file, so no part files are created on disk. Multiple internal components can be edited together. Finally, a new component finder puts intuitive search of assembly components at your fingertips with auto. Now here's another enhancement that I think you will really like. The new radiate command for mechanical design, which enables effortless editing of the radii of circles in part models. The video that we just saw, this industry unique synchronous technology capability allows satellite faces to move radially as an operation is performed while still maintaining design intent. Pattern faces are automatically found and edited. Pattern lock dimensions are relaxed during radiate and locked back when the operation is finished. We like to say we are reinventing the wheel effortlessly. Next up, let's take a look at our new Solidage design configurator. Completely embedded in Solidage, this new add-on product enables the quick customization of products based on design parameters and rules. It's a design automation application that adds rules-based automation to the user's familiar environment. Rules-based automation can boost productivity and design speed. Let's see how it works. This conveyor assembly needs to be customized for different length, width, and pitch values. Since the style and number of connecting plates on the underside are directly related to the size of the conveyor, this assembly cannot simply be controlled by variables alone. The design configurator opens on the left-hand side within the Solidage window. The model picker allows us to choose the models of which dimensions and features would be captured and controlled. Once the length and width are captured, an input form is created. Images can also be attached to the form. Values can be represented as a drop-down, numeric text box, checkbox, or even radio buttons. The field values can be typed in or copy-pasted. Let's go ahead and create the pitch as a field variable. After it is captured, its values can be shown as radio buttons. The rules for visibility can be written depending on the length value of the conveyor. You can also notice that simple expressions can be written, and the inbuilt validation tool makes it an error-free process. The visibility rules can be then later copy pasted from one to another. The values can be later changed. In defined rule step, there are several options available like variable rules, property rules, simple expressions, condition and truth mapping rules. A part can be removed and another part can be swapped in to replace it. Simply choose the location where the part is saved and link it to the replace model rule. A rename model action will ensure that our final assembly will be renamed appropriately and also create the other necessary outputs. The last step over here is to execute the configuration process. Simply fill in the form and run the configurator. The updated model will then appear on screen. The configuration logic is all stored within the same CAD model. Isn't this all exciting? To recap, the new design configurator creates new designs at the click of a button, accelerating configure to order and engineer to order processes. It automates key components of the sales engineering process, providing outputs such as costed bill of materials, compelling 3D visualizations, and sales drawings. And it allows you to rapidly design products to specific customer specifications while eliminating expensive errors inherent in manual design customization. Next up is something of real excitement. We are now including fully functional 2.5 axis milling capability in our Solidage Classic Foundation and Premium products for customers who are on active maintenance. My colleague Anand has a separate session to give you a preview of its capability later today. Next up, we'll look at Accelerator Share, a next generation cloud-based solution specifically designed to help our customers collaborate with their customers, colleagues, and partners in a very secure environment. Let's take a look at Accelerator Share. For CAD files, there is an integrated 3D view environment where you can hide and show parts, explode assemblies, section, measure, and markup. This is great for manufacturing and design reviews. Here we are identifying the need for some changes with a markup and some accompanying text annotations. Accelerator Share offers maximum traceability as all markups are recorded, enabling conversion back and forth on any of the issues you're tracking. It records who made any markup and when it was made. We can also easily go back to the markup at any time. With Share, you can also connect your CAD, synchronizing your data from the desktop to the cloud. Here we have the same coffee machine project on the desktop. Here we have the same coffee machine project on our desktop, represented simply as a folder. Any data that we save in the folder will get synchronized in the background. In Solidage, we can securely sign into Accelerator Share and see those same cloud-based projects. The espresso machine can be opened and we can get right to work on the part in question. The designer easily can access those same markups in the cloud directly from within Solidage. And then of course, go ahead and complete the work, which in this case is to add a cutout to the leg of the espresso machine. Once complete, another markup continues that two-way conversation and collaboration with other stakeholders so that issues are tracked appropriately. Another great capability is sharing projects with anyone. Simply enter the email address of the person with whom you would like to share and choose their access permission level. Here we can go and choose view and download, or edit and download, depending on how we want to protect our intellectual property. We'll share this design with one of our colleagues and our customer and give them the appropriate access. Finally, with Share's augmented reality functionality, we can see exactly how our design will look in the real world environment. It will snap the design onto any surfaces that are seen through the camera lens at the correct scale. Finger gestures can be used to manipulate the model and easily visualize what the design looks like in the real world environment. Key takeaways here are: you get 3D and 2D CAD viewing and markup capabilities, augmented reality and virtual prototyping, and secure project-based sharing, and more. You can work from anywhere on any device with browser-based access. Finally, it requires no additional IT infrastructure to use. Here's another great simulation announcement. This year, we are introducing Simcenter Flowmaster for Solidage, which provides best-in-class thermofluid simulation capabilities to the mainstream market. Simcenter Flowmaster offers comprehensive connectivity to CAD systems and automatically creates a simulation model from 3D geometries. Imagine the time savings that it will provide. Our data shows this automation can save up to 90% of time it typically takes to create a simulation model. A process that normally takes hours or even days of manual work can now just take a few minutes. Let's see how it works. The unique CAD to Flowmaster technology extracts the geometry from a Solidage assembly and automatically creates the corresponding fluid volume that exists inside pipe runs and components. During this process, a face can be selected to give a length scale and convert the system to a subsystem. The abstraction process is fully automated, but there is also full control over the fidelity of the model, which can be adjusted with the slider bar. Individual elements can be inspected, deleted, or merged. Once the network configuration is defined, the geometry can be exported to Flowmaster. Following the export, the file will be saved for reuse, then automatically opened in Simcenter Flowmaster Solidage in the subsystem import wizard. CAD geometry, center line, and component connections can be seen in the wizard, and the model can be rotated to the desired projection when the network is created. On selecting import, a new subsystem will be created for review. The entire subsystem can be used to create a model, or individual pipelines can be extracted into their own subsystems. For the flow analysis of this model, we are going to extract the pipe from the two compressors to the central vessel. We'll create a second subsystem from the first and save it in the subsystem catalog. We'll now add the subsystem to a new network and specify the boundary conditions using pressure sources. We'll specify the compressor outlet pressure, and then we'll specify the vessel inlet pressure. For this low pressure system, we'll specify air as the working fluid and run a static simulation. Following the simulation, we can look at the results for individual components or look at the whole system using network visualization. With this, we can quickly oversee flows, pressures, and velocities. Next, we look at the effects of pressure pulses from the compressor on the system. We'll specify curves defining the pressure pulses to the sources and then run the transient simulation. Following the simulation, we'll look at the flow into the tank where we can see the effect of pressure pulses from the compressor. Then moving to the compressor outlets, we can enable transient visualization and see the variation in the flows, and that a larger flow is from the left-hand compressor. As you just saw, this new product provides a streamlined workflow to quickly compute and visualize velocity flows, temperature, and pressure drop in piping systems in 1D. Best of all, it doesn't require expertise in simulation. It's easy enough for novice users thanks to its inbuilt wizards, but it also provides advanced capabilities for expert users, such as simulation of rapid dynamic events and pressure surge. In this year's release, we have incorporated over 500 customer request enhancements. It's not possible to showcase all enhancements due to the session limit. Feel free to reach out to us or any of our trusted partners to have a detailed session view. Solidage 2022 just keeps getting better and better. Today I have shown you some of the great new capabilities within Solidage 2022. Companies like Bergner, Yanu, Fiamma, and eNovartis and more trust Solidage to help grow their businesses. Isn't it time for you to take a hard look at Solidage 2022? Solidage 2022, engineered to grow your business. Thank you for giving your time to view this presentation. Handing over the presentation to the host now.